Everyone think flank legions are overpowered because they skip choke points and look cool in action. But are they really a game changer in actual wars? Today we're going deep into the reality of the flyers in Call of Dragons, and trust me, it's not what you expected. How's it going, guys? It's your boy Burgas here, and today we're going to talk about the flank legions. I see a lot of people are talking about the flank legions, and I have this feeling that I have to put my 2 cents here, you know, what I think over this whole situation. Let's start with what makes flyers seem strong. And obviously is going over the rivers, is going over, you know, mountains. You don't have choke points for this type of heroes, which is a great advantage. You see most of the wars when they fighting somewhere around the map is going to be around a choke point. It can be a bridge, it can be, you know, some mountains. Is going to be something that is a choke point where the alliances siege like crazy. So from first look, this is something that is extremely hard to be passed. So you have to fight over the choke points with your ground legions. In same time, you can easily go over the gate and they cannot chase you. Nobody can actually chase you because you can go over the mountain and the ground enemy is to this point. They cannot go further. They have to wait you to move something and maybe strike you, but most likely this is not going to happen. And I think this is giving great advantage over the flying legions. Just ability to avoid a lot of fights. Boy, I have seen over this type of stuffs people sitting here and not moving, and there is like a couple cavalry legions around this rock. Not specifically this rock, but in general, and the person is just sitting here, you know, he's chilling till the enemy mages or marksmen actually come in this position. And even if they come, yeah, they can get striked, I mean, you know, charged from the enemy cavalry, but in the same time the enemy cavalry don't have this ability like infantry to slow down the target. So they're going to take just couple extra hits and they're going to continue. Of course, if this is a cavalry, if it's a mages or marksman, most likely you're dead there, but anyway, from the season 1 and latest, people are, you know, testing the flying units. The game don't have that many flying units to flying heroes to begin with, but it was extremely cool back in the days. Even I personally, from Wilderberg, I started with this fraction because back in the days they was actually looking pretty cool, you know, with the orc there and screaming, and you're like, I want to be this guy, you know. But later I changed to Spring Quadrant just because of these eagles, and even I have experience with the flying legions and how they're performing on the battlefield. So yeah, I know from where the flying, okay, it's not only eagles, just to mention that, but I know from where the people using flying legions come from. And to be honest, it's a cool, especially the chasing. The chasing part is absolutely beautiful. Now you can get some hits here and there, but the chasing part is very funny. And have you ever used a flying legions to dodge the big fights, to sneak around the enemies and strike gathering heroes or AFK legions? Let me know in the comments. I'm answering all of my comments. Also, if you have any kind of question, you can write it in the comments below. Again, I'm reading all of my comments. Okay, so they can fly anywhere. But who are the best heroes to lead those airborne units? And here we're talking about, obviously, for the cavalry. For the cavalry is going to be this guy, Forondil. Now, right now, Forondil and Bahorn is something like, I have video coming, by the way, for Forondil and Bahorn, how good they are and etc. But in general, for the cavalry, obviously, is going to be the only flying cavalry hero presented right now. Maybe the new heroes. I don't remember actually the new cavalry heroes half of flying one. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below. But so far is Forondil. Before, time was pairing with Thea, Forondil and Thea, increasing the survivability. Also, Thea is giving like 15% synergy, which is boosting even more the damage from the Forondil and increase the survivability with the shield. Not only this, the Forondil even have cowardness, which normal attacks one should automatically miss for 3 seconds. But now, I'm not going to go that much in deep with the legions, just because I think it's pointless. I think most of the people are familiar with which legion is flying one and which one is not. This thing here, show is a flying or not. Now for the mages, in Generation 2 was presented with Bertrand with his flying donkey. He's also a flying hero. You can also pair Bertrand with Thea, extremely combo that people use everywhere. Also, you can pair Bertrand with Bahorn. Bahorn is also flying hero, but also with Thea. I think Bertrand Thea is winning my heart so far, but I didn't actually test Bahorn. I'm working on this bad boy to get him, because people have a lot of questions over this guy with this thing on his head and burning people. But yeah, I'm working on this hero to be get it. So far from today daily bundles, I get like 5 tokens. If I get 5 tokens tomorrow, I'm going to be very happy and I'm going to get this hero. But anyway, for marksmen, obviously, is going to be Frygar. You know, the legendary flying heroes, okay? The legendary flying heroes. Even though Frygar can be paired pretty nicely with Craig. I think Frygar Craig is also a valuable thing, but your flying marksmen, let's not start this topic, okay? At least the game buffed these flying goblins with the bombs to be able to destroy from a distance. Before that, there was completely useless troop in Call of Dragons. But anyway, yeah, this is so far the legions that is flying as a best pairing and best heroes. And of course, I have a question for you guys. Let me know in the comments which heroes do you think work best for the flying legions and why. Let me know in the comments below. Who do you think? I'm going to give you my personal suggestion. And for me, personally, I think Thea is extremely good with the flying legions. So far, with all the examples I give, Thea is always there, obviously. So this is one of the best heroes in the game for the flying legions. Also, I can actually point at Athios. Athios is also very good. Look at this thing, 20% 60 rage. This spell, if this spell was on a legendary hero, it's going to be unbalanced. This is crazy. But also is boosting the march speed of the flying units. Everything that is boosting flying units is something that you give something in extra because you're boosting specific rare troop, and the flying legions is is something rare. But yeah, still, I think Thea and Bertrand for mages is maybe we can add Bahorn, but we're going to test this thing later. And if you're enjoying the breakdown so far, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to this channel, and comment your favorite flying hero combo in the comments below. And also you can join my Discord where I post my videos, and also we built pretty nice community there with cool people, pro players. And yeah, you can become a member of this channel and you're going to receive a shout out in my next video. Also, you're going to support something you like and you're going to receive access to all of my streams. But let's rewind and look at how flying legions have changed across the seasons. It actually may surprise you. And as I mentioned at the beginning, right now the only flying legions you're going to see on the battlefield is a flying cavalry, period. Only flying eagles. Flying eagles, that's all, folks. Or you're going to see the marksmen destroying from a distance. And this is very clever strategy, I'm not gonna lie, because if you see, for example, the flying legion is over here, they can destroy from a distance this tower. And you can have all of your legions somewhere here. You know, you don't need to go that in deep of the territory of the enemy territory. And for example, you know, be here and protecting the ground destroyers, you know? So I think the marksmen get pretty decent advantage, especially the flank one, from point of the destruction, just because you're going to be far behind. And why this is important? The main reason is you're not going to fight that much under enemy alliance territory. If you have to go that deep in the enemy territory till you go out from this territory, you're going to receive a lot of casualties. Now, if there is a tower, castle here from the enemy around this this tower, the retrieving is going to be even more hard because somebody can send out Goresh Kogo to break your retrieving path, and things become ugly. Okay, things become very ugly. So I think the flank marksmen find pretty decent, how to say it, they're very good in the strategy building of the alliances. Also, they can attack from a distance, and also something like, I don't know, for example, from here. Yeah, this is a good example also. You have your flank heroes here, and they can easily strike here. You don't need to be on this ground here and protecting this tower. It can just happen over the plateau. And I think this is also a great advantage there. But yeah, That was not exactly what happened in the season 1. In the season 1, a lot of people was running Thea with the Theus. People were still exploring the game and seeing how the things are working. Is this Legion going to bring them some merits? I'm not quite sure in the season 1, back in the days in the global launch. Do we actually have a merits at this point? Let me know in the comments if you remember. I think we actually didn't have, but this is my opinion. So people are testing mages, marksmen, and eagles, and it ended up to go only with eagles. I think this is the how the game, after so much tries and experience and information on the internet, people start actually using only the eagles, because mages are extremely easy to be catched. Now you can be here, for example, as a mage, you can be here, nobody's going to strike you from anywhere, but the enemy just can come with eagles and strike you. And you know the cavalry have a pretty decent advantage over the ranged legions. Pretty decent advantage. It can be the other flying units is marksman and mages. We don't have flying infantry. We don't have flying infantry. Maybe one day we're going to see, I don't know. But so far, I think the cavalry end up to be the only flying legions that survive after 2 years playing Call of Dragons. And I want to ask you, do you still see flying legions use it in your server? Or are they already extinct? For me personally, I think they're already extinct. So far, I didn't see flying legions in like 2 seasons. Maybe because I don't look over the map, you know, scrolling around and looking somebody Porundi or something like this. For mages, I don't think anybody's actually using mages, flying mages or marksmen, especially the marksmen. Marksmen is not even doing some damage. Now, Bertrand Thea can actually do some damage, but brother, yeah, I don't think Frygar with marksmen can do something. So far, we've seen that flyers have map freedom, a best case in cavalry heroes, and fading presence in PvP. But can flyers actually help you win the wars? Let's be real. This is the part most people don't want to hear, and this is flying legions can't win wars, and here is why. As I already mentioned, first thing is the flying heroes we're having. Now we see some groups where the alliances go and strike some builders. For example, they build here a lot of flying heroes, and they move across somewhere and they strike some, you know, Ordo building. I mean, we see that strikes, but this is just a small attack. The real fight, the thing that actually, you know, decide who is winning the war, is not happening in the air. Even though with the air, if you get some good traits, you can, you know, put many enemy on the hospital, but you can do absolutely the same on the ground. And the only way I see the flying heroes can actually be used is when there is no action. When there is no action, you can just go with your flying heroes and try to get here and there some good traits against the enemy. But I don't see any other purpose of the flying heroes. And imagine to win the war. Now the war is winning on the ground. You're going to see in every server, this thing here is the moment of truth. The moment the enemy pass the bridge is the moment they're going to go for the next bridge. And this is the places where the things get decided in general in Call of Dragons, in the KVK. And of course, I have a question. Have you ever actually got a big win against flying heroes, or they're just for fun and use sometimes? A lot of people that I spoke with the flying legions, the main, because I asked the same question. Yo, bro, I mean, come on. And it's fun, bro. It's fun, and I totally understand. Maybe the fun part is one idea better from the ground units. Definitely is even 2 ideas better from point of fun. But yeah, this thing is not winning wars. Now let's warp it with a reality check and some advice moving forward. And this is going to be my final takes. Ground armies are winning. Flyers drain your time. And here's the blunt truth from someone who tested all. And this is me, actually. I go Spring Warden. I was like season and half Spring Warden. And it's really time consuming. I try it, you know. I try with Eagle. I see one dude was making amazing amount of merits going with his Eagles. Even in the Roots of War, his flying heroes, you know, with the cavalry you can use Krek, you can use Frygar. I see even flying cavalry, okay, Eagles, let's say Eagles, with Bertrand or Atios. People are putting whatever is flying as a hero, as a commander of these legions. And the main thing here is, first of all, surrounding by 3, you got extra damage, and also Eagle's base attack is pretty decent one. So you're mostly counting on the base attack of these heroes. So yeah, just want to point out, I tried, I didn't get a lot of great results, and I actually tested when there was a turret. Now, right now we don't remember turrets, but turrets was a pain. This is, you know, these buildings that you can actually build and they fire up. This thing for the flying heroes was a pain because they were striking and, you know, doing some damage. Of course, level 5 and level 6, I prefer to destroy them just because it's giving decent amount of merits and also resources. But at the end of the day, you know, you have to have some use of the flying heroes. Of course, every player have to decide how they're going to play, but for me, having a flying troops or flying legions is so time consuming. It's so time consuming to catch somebody out of guard and not get swarmed, because you can easily get swarmed. I can put one hero in this mine here and I can wait for you, and you're going to come with your couple legions and I'm going to swarm you with my ground units. And I did it a couple of times. Okay, I didn't kill all the legions because they run away faster, but it's enough to take you like 5 or 10 minutes to go at a specific place to strike a legion and get swarmed, and you have to go back because all of your cavalry is on half HP. For example, this is just an example. So yeah, just wanted to talk about this. Let me know in the comments what you personally think about the flying heroes. Don't forget to hit one like and subscribe for this channel. Also join my Discord, you can see the link in the description. Become a member if you want to support the channel, get a shout out in the next video, and also get full access to all of my streams. So I wish you a great day and see you in the next video.